When we think about slavery, the image that often comes to mind is the brutal control of white men over enslaved African people. But hidden in the shadows of history is another story: the abuse and exploitation of black male slaves by white women. This chapter of slavery is rarely discussed, yet it tells us an important part of America's darkest past. Why is this story almost never mentioned in textbooks? What does it tell us about power, control, and gender in the slaveholding South, and how did it affect those forced into silence? The answers are disturbing, not because of graphic detail, but because of the abuse of power it represents. Enslaved men and women had no legal rights over their bodies. In this system, white women, often seen as passive figures in the plantation system, could use their authority to exploit enslaved men, forcing them into unequal relationships where refusal was impossible. For black men, the consequences were devastating. Any resistance could lead to severe punishment, including death. On the other hand, white women remained protected by their race and status. This created a dangerous imbalance where power was hidden behind a facade of gender roles. While society often portrayed white women as victims of slavery's harshness, many actively upheld and in some cases abused the very system that gave them control. The silence around this history is deafening. Black men were stripped of their ability to speak out. Historians often ignored or downplayed these experiences. Uncovering this truth forces us to confront how power, race, and gender intersected in slavery, and how its legacy still echoes through our society today. To truly understand the brutality of slavery, we must acknowledge its hidden realities. The abuse of black male slaves by white women is not just a forgotten story. It's a reminder that history is far more complex than we're often taught. By bringing these voices to light, we honor those who suffered in silence and remind ourselves why the truth must never stay buried. If you want to explore more hidden chapters of history, subscribe to Shadow Files. The past has many secrets, and we're here to uncover them.